relay. She has placed second in the 3A regionals. Her grade point average is 4.76 with 5 AP and 6 CC courses, including European history, biology, world civilizations, math, and sociology. Extracurricular activities include the Beta Club president, the Interact Club secretary, and a member of the National Honor Society. She is in the French Club and the 2015 Kings Mountain High School Homecoming Queen. She plans to attend a four-year university to major in chemistry and pre-med and hopes to become an anesthesiologist. Gwen is also involved in Victorious and Delivered Ministries, serving as a trustee and participates in the summer tutoring program. Gwen is a 2014 Debutante Area winner and won the Distinguished Image Award with the highest GPA average in Cleveland County. Her parents are Dondre Hopper and Christy Marshall. The McDonald's Big Oak Country What's Up Shopper Scholar Athlete Award is sponsored by the McDonald's restaurant in Shelby, Kings Mountain, Cherryville, and Denver. The purpose of this award is to recognize a student athlete not only for their accomplishment in athletics, but for achievements in the classroom and overall community citizenship.
Once again, Homestar Mortgage in Shelby has been voted the best mortgage company in Cleveland County. Now, there's got to be a reason. Find out why when it comes time for a home loan. More and more people are seeing Bob Webb and Homestar Mortgage in Shelby. From conventional loans to FHA, VA, USDA, and all loan programs are available to qualified buyers. Visit their offices at 824 South DeKalb Street in Shelby, next door to the DQ. Call 704-482-2588. For Homestar Mortgage, it's the easiest way home.
What's Shelby's best-kept secret? It's the Hub Cafe. Tucked away inside Medical Arts Pharmacy, the Hub has delicious home-cooked meals with wonderful meat entrees and the largest selection of veggies in town. Daily, off the grill, choose from hamburger, hot dogs, homemade chicken, and egg salad sandwiches, as well as killer club sandwiches. All this plus delicious desserts at the Hub Cafe, open for breakfast and lunch, located inside Medical Arts Pharmacy, 108 Grover Street, across from the hospital in Shelby.
And good morning. It's time now on this Friday, November 20th, 2015, for the Elder Law Report. We've got Greg McIntyre in the studio, and Hayden is on the telephone with us this morning, and Greg has his guest as well. Take it away, Greg.
Hey, Milton, you've heard of Ladybird Deeds, right?
Yes, Ladybird Deeds. Yes.
Oh, well, I'm going to change the name to Ladybug Deeds because we got a bunch of ladybugs in here this morning for some reason.
Yep, there.
So if you're watching on the YouTube channel, go back and watch that one. You'll see us. We're not killing them; we're just moving them around. Okay. So we got an attack in there.
They're our pets.
They're your pets. Okay, good. So I'm going to trust maybe Hayden's on the phone. I don't know how this technology works, and he's going to plug in. But as soon as I hear her talking and chime in, I'll know it's happened.
Good morning, Greg.
Good morning, Hayden. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Oh, thank you for phoning in from the Elder Law Report this morning. Are you at your home on the lake today?
Yes.
Okay.
A little condo.
Your condo on the lake. Is it pretty on the lake today?
Yes, it is.
Well, good.
Sunny and pretty.
I thank you for calling in. I appreciate you doing that.
Well, I wouldn't miss it.
Well, good. So it's time for the Elder Law Report. You know, we had a really super busy week last week, and have had an equally busy week this week. Although, you know, no getting out in the community much this week. Just really buckling down, doing hard work in the office. Last week we were at the Neal Senior Center. We were at the Senior Center in Rutherford County. And we were at the YMCA and did a seminar on veterans aid and attendance. All those events were veterans related, and we were very, very honored to take part in that. I, as a veteran, really taking care of our veterans and Veterans Day and honoring those veterans seriously. So that's why last week our show on Friday was about veterans benefits. And we're going to try to have Evan Thompson on, the District Deputy Commander for the American Legion, back on for a second round, just to finish up and talk a little bit more about American Legion and veterans benefits in general. But today, I am very proud to have two very, very smart ladies with me today who are Angela Pageant, who is the Senior Center Director, the Neal Senior Center Director in Shelby, North Carolina, as well as Heather Ledbetter, who is the Nutrition Coordinator for the Neal Senior Center in Shelby. And those ladies are with me today. Heather's going to talk about something that I just think is amazing, which is their Meals on Wheels program. I call it the Meals on Wheels ministry. And just that's going to touch your heart today. I know it touches mine. I am lucky enough to be able to serve on the board of the Neal Senior Center and really enjoy doing that. I know Calvin Hastings is rolling back on and was inducted as a new board member again, the owner of this radio station, Milton. And so there's a lot of people in the community who are serving on that board and really believe strongly in that senior center. Believe it or not, Cleveland County has great senior programs, and the senior center there and is a model for people. They come in and look at that from all around just to see how it's set up and run, and just how efficient it is. Thanksgiving's coming up next week. Man, I'm so thankful for so many things, especially this radio show and all the gifts I have in my life. So we're going to have all my family on, including the kids, and just talk to you a little bit next week about the importance of family and Thanksgiving, and maybe working to provide for and then protect your hard-earned money and property, okay? So, Hayden, how are you doing out there? Is there anything, information that we need to put out for upcoming events and things going on?
Well, you know me, I'm full of little tidbits of information.
Sure.
A new hydrogen-powered vehicles being developed by GM for the Army.
Right.
And, that's the kind of, I think, innovation we need. It needs to come from the Army or private funding and stuff like that, so I'm pleased about that.
Wow. So, hydrogen, that sounds safe.
Hydrogen. Yeah, and it serves dual purposes. For one, it makes the vehicles very quiet.
Yeah.
And for another, the byproduct is water. So when you're in an arid environment, then you can produce your own water and propel the vehicle at the same time. So I thought that was interesting.
And if you have a wreck, then it destroys the entire block.
Really?
Yeah, if it blows up, because it's hydrogen.
Well, I haven't read that far in the article. That's kind of a downside for me. But.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's perfectly safe. I trust everything that's developed by the Army. So,
oh yeah,
I'm just joking. I'm sure we do need innovation and production. We really we need to move things forward, no doubt.
Yeah.
Anything else to put out this week?
Well, not really, unless you want to know about a 6-inch long Glock.
A 6-inch long.
Smallest. It's a Glock pistol. I just read it's the smallest little pistol produced, and I know we have a lot of people out there who are interested in buying and selling guns. But this is 6 inches long, 4 inches high, and not quite an inch wide, including a 6-round clip.
That sounds like something that could fit in your handbag. Are you going to shoot me, Hayden?
No.
Okay.
I do have my concealed carry.
You do?
I only use it when I take my grandchildren places.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not when you're on the radio show, right?
No need there. Milton's safe.
Okay. All right.
I trust Milton.
Hey,
but
go ahead,
senior
sorry.
center. No, I was just going to kind of lead into the senior center by saying how much my friends and I enjoy it, and the exercise programs and the yoga and the different things they have there. They're just things a lot of people don't even know are there. So I'm excited to hear Angela and Heather talk about the programs today.
Well, let's get into that and pull back the curtain on the Senior Center and talk about all the many programs and services they offer the community. Hayden, something I didn't know that I just learned this morning is Angela Pageant, the Senior Center Director, used to work at WOHS, the radio station.
Really?
Yes. It was that.
Well, good morning to Angela and Heather.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Was that your first job?
That was my first job out of college. It was.
And who hired you?
Milton Baker did. He took a chance on me. He sure did, and because I went to school for broadcasting and for television.
Right.
He was the first one that took a chance, and then of course while I was working here, the racing bug had always been. My family had been involved in racing for years, and then I went to work for Hendrick Motorsports, and left here and went there and was there 15 years, and then came back to the county.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, but it was Milton and Calvin.
It's a small
Took a
world.
chance on me. Mm-hmm.
Very small
It
world.
really is. Yeah, it's. I always tell Milton it's like coming home. Every time
Right.
I come here, it tickles me to be able to come back and see everybody.
Is Milton really as mean as you said?
Oh, he's not mean at all.
I've
no,
mellowed.
he's not mean.
I've mellowed in my
He's
Yeah,
mellowed.
mellowed,
Okay.
yes.
All right. Well,
That's
good.
right.
Well, it's good. This is like a homecoming for you today.
It is, yeah. It
So,
sure is.
but now you're big time. You're the senior center director.
That's right.
You're the director.
Yeah, Paulette's the executive director, and then I'm right under her, senior center director.
You're the senior
That's right.
center director.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's right. I moved up in the world.
So
I
what-
was the housing director,
Yes, you
and
were.
then got promoted.
And now you're promoted.
That's right.
Well, you must be doing something right then.
I hope I am.
Well, good.
I think I am.
I mean, it's like I said. I believe a lot in helping seniors. That's what I do on the legal side, and just I'm very plugged into the senior center as well. We do events over there, host them, sponsor them, and I just think a ton of what you guys do over there. And it's just an amazing place. Tell us a little more about it.
Well, we have so much that we do for our seniors in Shelby, and not just but our services, but we are a senior center, but we're more like an activity center. We're not a nursing facility. We're not a Carillon or place like that. We're not
Or
assisted
life
living
enrichment.
or life enrichment. People that are active can come and fellowship with us. It's all about fellowship and socialization. We do
There
not
are a
want people
lot
to
of
sit.
there's a lot of socializing that goes on.
All right, and we do not want people to sit home behind, and stare at four walls all day long.
No.
There's a lot of people in the county. You don't realize this until you become an employee of the senior center, especially in the housing part of it. A lot of seniors do not have family here, or that a family doesn't have want to have anything to do with them. I do not understand that. I didn't realize how bad that was until, again, I became a housing director. But we do. Folks like that need to have fellowship or need to have socialization, or they go downhill. They wind up in nursing homes and have to go to places like life enrichment, or they wind up in assisted living. We don't want that to happen. We want them to be as healthy as they can be, mind, body, spirit.
So first, families need to love and
That's
respect
exactly
and
right.
take care of
Exactly
their
right.
seniors
They
that
do.
are in their families. Number one,
exactly.
okay. But we're so busy in our lives and whatever else that maybe sometimes that doesn't happen.
And like I said, and I've told Milton this numerous times how often that happens. We have in our housing facility, we own 3 properties. A lot of people don't know that. We manage 2. Forest Glen is managed by another company. We own that property though. Marion West and West Warren, we manage, and we have 3 employees out there: a site manager, service coordinator, and a maintenance technician. Our service coordinator makes sure she walks that property every morning. She knows exactly what time those blinds need to be open on a certain person's home. If she doesn't see blinds open at 10 o'clock and in J2 or whatever that apartment is, she's knocking on the door because she wants to know if they're all right. Her job is to do assessments. And when she first started, Pam actually came from Hendrick Motorsports too. That's the service coordinator. She followed me she drives from Davidson every day, and she cares about those seniors. And there's a lot of people that live in our 2 properties that she's really the only one that takes care of them. I mean, it's independent living, but she makes sure they get their commodities. Because the families just don't. They just don't, and we don't know why. They just don't. So there's a lot of folks in this situation, and that's why our services and our senior center is important.
Right.
Because we don't want them to be left out. We want them taken care of as long as we can help them.
You have a great craft store there
We
at the
do.
senior center
Gift shop.
that has cool gifts and crafts. A lot of those things are made by the seniors, aren't they?
They are. Anyone 50 or over can 50 years old now is considered seniors.
That's crazy. 50's so young.
Yeah.
50 senior? What?
Yeah, 50 and up is now 50 or
That is
better is what
nuts.
we say. 50 or better.
Yeah.
And folks bring in handmade items into the gift shop. I tell everybody every day, especially around Christmas.
Right.
a $70 or $35 birdhouse, handmade birdhouse, is sitting in our gift shop. If you would try to find that on eBay or go in Southern Christmas Show and see that, you're going to spend $75 to $100 on these birdhouses. We have them for $35 or $45.
Yeah.
And Glenn Hicks is a gentleman from Kings Mountain that comes in and makes them for us. We have all kinds of stuff. I tell people we're open. The gift shop's open at same hours as ours. We're 8 to 5 Monday through Thursday, 8 to 1 on Friday. If you need a Christmas gift or a birthday gift or just a gift in general for anybody or yourself, just come and come and buy. We actually have a website too that I always do an item of the month. NeilSeniorCenter.org.
Right.
And you can look online. I wish we had a way to sell online. I know there's ways to sell online, but as far as our website itself, I wish there was a way we could sell over our website. But right now, there's not. We don't have a shopping cart on there, but maybe one day, there's always eBay, and that's something we could do is sell product online. And of course, the person making the items get a percentage of the profit, and then the senior center gets the rest.
Sure. Mm-hmm. And and fundraising is important.
It really is.
Why is fundraising important to the senior center?
Because we are not a county-owned property. Okay. And a lot of people think we are because it's Cleveland County Council on Aging. Right. But we do not. We get some monies from the county. Most of ours is through the Help with United Way, folks like that. But then it's fundraising. It's
raising private funds, and we have an active board that tries to get events going. We do bingo.
Right,
bingo.
That's right, bingo. And Milton always helps me, reminds me about bingo every time I come over here. But bingo is a weekly fundraiser. Okay. Every Monday night, doors open at 5:30. We have refreshments. We sell great hot dogs, and we have a game that lasts until about 9 o'clock. The pre-bingo starts at 5:30. Regular games start at 7. That's every Monday night unless there's a holiday. And we have a huge bingo game coming up December the 28th. It's our pre-New Year's bingo. Guaranteed $500 jackpot. We usually see about 100 people come in to play on our special bingos. But we need to get our regular bingos up higher. Our numbers have dropped a little bit. Mm-hmm. So we're going to try to figure out what we can do to get those numbers up during the week, for the rest of the games. But
sure.
But that pre-New Year's bingo, again, is December the 28th. And we'd love people to come out. Packets are $19, $23, or $32. And you can actually, for the special bingos, you can prepay for them. All you have to do is see Mary Hamrick.
I have some questions. Uh-huh. So, bingo. Do I have to be a senior to come play bingo?
If you're 12 years old or up, you can play.
12 or up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, you sure can.
And this is a serious bingo game.
It is. And the callers that come and call for our bingo are brave people, because they mess up one time and everybody in that room's they're going to make them know they messed up. Really? They holler, don't they, Heather? They do. They get mad.
They get really.
They're serious players.
Man, I remember going with my grandparents to play bingo. And I'm trying to remember where we used to go. There were different places. We would go to different bingo games and play bingo.
Yeah, there's
I want to say five. Maybe they used to have one over at Fiber in a building every once in a while. I remember playing there and playing other places too. Right. But I love to go play bingo.
I always played when I was younger at the fairgrounds. The fairgrounds. Every year during the fair, they had the bingo game. They had it this year, Yeah. But that's where my parents and I went and played.
But this is a regular game.
It is, and when people, sometimes we say bingo, people kind of poke fun at it, but and the reason why I say that is I was just come from training, and me and Lori Livingston went to training, and it's Senior Sarah Johnson training. It's at Caroline Beach, which was a pretty good place. But when we said something about we need volunteers for bingo, everybody kind of giggled. But then when we told them because people think about the little, sitting there with the little rolly thing and just 5 or 6 people playing, they didn't realize the magnitude of our bingo game. Right. And when we told them and what we did, people are still calling me saying, hey, tell us about that bingo game. We want our senior center to do that bingo game. Mm-hmm. So it's pretty neat. And I invite everybody, and let you 12 and up, to come out. Good. And play. Mm-hmm.
Good. So come out and play some bingo. All the proceeds go that aren't won at the bingo by the people. I mean, people win money there.
Oh, they do. Yeah. Like I said, that big bingo game, it's $500 guaranteed jackpot. Wow. So Heather, all of the staff works those bingo games. We rotate out. Heather's a check writer. I run the paperwork. Sure. So yeah, it's a pretty neat game.
Yeah. And it goes to help fund and run the senior center.
Well, what that money actually goes to is to help pay our building off.
Pay the building.
We have a $400,000 debt that we need to pay off.
Yes.
And that money at the end of the year, that check is written to that building fund, and that helps us pay. But we really need some people to help us with that building fund, and that's something we just started a GoFundMe page, which if you don't mind, I'm going to read out. It's www.gofundme.com/senior center. Heather started it, and we need donations to pay our building off.
Okay, so if you want to help pay off the senior center building, go to www.gofund, that's GOFUND, me,
Right.
.com,
.com.
and contribute.
That's right.
It could
and
be
it's just a credit card.
$5. It could be
Yes, exactly.
$400,000.
$1,000, $400,000. That's
right. To pay it off, pay the building off.
And to be honest with you, if we could get that debt paid, she wouldn't have to worry about her Meals on Wheels.
So, tell me, let's lead you. That's a good transition. How does the debt being paid make the Meals on Wheels program suffer?
Well, I mean, we have Heather tell you, 85 people on the waiting list.
We have a great Meals on Wheels program at the Senior Center. And Heather, as the nutrition coordinator, introducing Heather Ledbetter, the nutrition in the right corner, the nutrition coordinator for the Senior Center. And you run the Meals on Wheels program.
Yes, sir.
And how many people, tell us what it is. Tell us what it is, number one.
Well, what we do is we serve 120 homebound seniors in Cleveland County. We send them a hot meal Monday through Thursday, and then we also send them a shelf-stable meal for Friday and the weekend, since we don't serve on Fridays. The Meals on Wheels program, it is for seniors who are 60 and over, and they have to be considered homebound, which means that they barely drive. If they go to the store, that doesn't count, but if most of them don't have a car, most of them don't drive, most of them don't have family that's there to fix them that hot meal during the day, and like Angela said earlier, a lot of them don't have the family support that they need. It's amazing, when we grow up, we move off and we forget about mom and dad sitting back at home, and they're staying there and they're trying to be independent and stay healthy and pay for medicines and food and power, and then they have to make the decision, do I buy me food this week? Do I get that hot meal? And so the Meals on Wheels program keeps them from having to make that choice, number one. And number two, it ensures that they're getting a nutritious meal Monday through Thursday. Whereas if we didn't send that to them, they would be sitting there maybe eating a bowl of cereal. And a bowl of cereal for a cancer patient doesn't give them what they need. So we really encourage people to come, support this program and to help us with Meals on Wheels, because there is 85 people on the waiting list right now. And when they call me, unfortunately, they're not calling to say, I'm going to need food next month. They're not calling to say, I think I might be hungry in a week. They call because they need that program the day they call. And so what we do is we will put them on the waiting list, and we will try to offer them some other things in the meantime. Like, we do have a food pantry. We can give them food once a month from that. We do have Boost. That's a nutritional drink that we can give out once a month. And we try to help them with any other programs that we can in the meantime. But, unfortunately, sometimes, and time is our biggest hindrance, because if somebody calls and they're under hospice care and they're needing a meal sent to them every day, and we don't have the funds to put them onto the program, how long can they wait? How long can they be on that program just sitting there wondering when that meal will come?
Right.
And so,
So how many people... It's a federally funded program, number one.
Yes.
There are federal funds available, and those come in on a regular basis to pay for the program.
Yes.
But that only pays for a limited number of people to receive meals every month.
Yes.
Tell me again, or you might have already said it. How many people receive meals per month?
120.
120
every
right
day.
now. Every day.
Yeah, Monday through Thursday.
Monday through Thursday. And then...
Are these all indigent people?
Yes. And that's what another thing people don't understand, and they say, why can't they use the microwave and heat something up? Why can't they cook? Dementia and diseases like that are very powerful, and you would be surprised how many people sit there and say, I don't know how to use the microwave. And you can show them, you can write it down, and the next day or a couple hours later, it's gone. They have no idea. And you think about those older gentlemen who their wives have already passed and they've never cooked a day in their life. And so they're 92 years old, and you're trying to teach them how to use a microwave, how to use the stove. And if you can't remember, if your mind's gone, then what if you leave the stove on? Many of the seniors actually don't have a working stove in their home for that reason, because the chances of them leaving it on, that's gas poisoning, that's a chance to burn their house down. It's not safe.
Right. So you're making it possible for them to actually stay at home.
Yes.
Without the Meals on Wheels program, could they stay at home?
I don't believe so. Many of them depend on it, and actually most of them will say that that's their main meal that they get each day. And without the program, all of those seniors, you think about the 120 that we serve, what would they do? Would they end up in nursing homes? Losing your independence is a big thing for seniors, because you worked all your life to get to that home, to make that home that you have. Yeah. And then somebody to say, well, you can't cook you a meal anymore, so you can't stay there no more.
Are all of the meals free to these people?
Yes. It is a no-cost program, so we are able to send that meal out to them. And they can send in donations. Sometimes they send in a handful of change. A couple dollars here and there, but mostly it is no cost to them.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Do you have a waiting list?
Yes, we do. We have 85 seniors on our waiting list right now.
That the federal monies don't fund?
Correct.
Okay. So how can you are there any plans in the works? How does it work? How can you fund somebody else, make the waiting list smaller so that more seniors can receive meals they need at home?
We do have some people who've started this where they can sponsor a senior, and anybody can do that. You can sponsor one senior off the waiting list for $1,800 a year. And we've had people, just one person may do sponsor a senior. We have church groups that will gather that, and they'll sponsor and send in $150 a month. It's optional, or you can just send in a one-time donation to help support that. And there again, we also, with their shelf-stable food, we have our lunchbox program, and that's another thing that people may sponsor that as well, because that's a weekly thing that we go to the store and buy and send out to them. I went this week, and it was $170 this week. Normally ranges from $100 to $60 to $200, and what people don't think about is we have 120 seniors that get it. We have to get 120 of every item that we purchase. So if I send out 5 to 7 items, then I have to have 120 of every one of them. So each week we go out and we'll buy that. So we have to be able to support that. So because we want them to be able to have something on the weekend, So we try to do stuff that's pop tops, things that you don't necessarily have to cook.
Right.
Now I would personally prefer soup hot, but you don't technically have to heat it up. So we do that as well. But the main thing with the waiting list and with programs like that is we do need community support. We need people to help us and to help get these seniors off that waiting list, so that way they can, benefit from the program and stay at home and stay independent and stay healthy.
Understood.
Do you take food donations?
Yes, we do. The main thing is it has to be in date. A lot of people love to clean out their closets and clean out their cabinets, and that's great, but we cannot send out anything that's out of date to our seniors.
Okay, and that's under the rules of the federal program.
Yes.
I bet. Yeah. Okay.
Health code.
Right. And so it cost $1,800 per year for a senior to participate in this program.
Yes.
So that's 1,800 times 85. That's the need, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we depend on the community for donations and do other. And at the Senior Center, I know we do other fundraising activities to try to do that, try to help that, okay? The pay down the building fund as well as fund Meals on Wheels and other things that the Senior Center does. So it's important for the community to support that, and it's taking care of a great need. Just what touched my heart about it was thinking about someone who is elderly, sitting in a home, maybe worked all their life for that home, and now, because of very little funds coming in, and maybe a situation with some onset of dementia or Alzheimer's, just cannot cook for themselves, cannot eat, and literally are starving in their own homes. And we it's easy to see people in need when they're on the street or they're out, but it's hard to know that there's people that are really in need and have those same needs that are behind closed doors and that we don't see on a regular basis. Right?
Right. And that's something that people don't think about. These seniors lay the foundation for where we're at today. They worked for us and they built the road that we come down.
They paid taxes. They literally built the roads.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. And, they're the ones that are sitting there. And, when you said it's a ministry, and we like to say it's more than a meal. It is more than just a meal, because for those that don't have family, the drivers are the ones that they are volunteers, are the ones they see every day. They're guaranteed smile, the guaranteed person that's going to say, how are you? How are you doing, and check on them. So it really is more than a meal to them. It is their independence and their livelihood.
Right.
I was just figuring here, at $1,800 a year, a company or a family could pay $150 a month, or it looks like maybe around $40 a week to do this.
Right. Yes.
It would be nice to have a campaign to try to get companies and individuals, to do that.
Sponsor a senior. Yeah. If you want to sponsor a senior, where would somebody call?
They can call the Senior Center. The main line is 704-482-3488. They can talk to me. My name is Heather Ledbetter, and I am the nutrition coordinator. And they can, with any other questions or for any more information about the program.
Okay. And if you want that number or need that number in your car, can't write it down, call the radio station here. Milton, could you put out the numbers for the radio station where they can call?
Sure. You can call us at 704-482-1390, 435-2844, or 735-8071. That's all 704 area code.
Well, we're running out of time.
Greg,
it goes by so quickly. Yes. What's up, Hayden?
Well, I just lost it. I had something pulled up here on my iPad that said that your family has a negligible effect on longevity, your connection with family, but it was like a 22% greater longevity, and I don't have the statistics, with friends.
Right.
And people that you choose, and I think that was the point that we're making. You don't choose your family, but you choose your friends, and the connections that they make there at the senior center and at other places where they get out and among other people are really contributing to their longevity.
So quality of life is longevity is great, and thank you for that, Hayden. Thank you, Hayden, for being on. Thank you, Angela, for being on the show today.
Appreciate it.
And thank you, Heather, very much. Heather Ledbetter, for talking about the Meals on Wheels program. Heather was so nervous, and she did such a great job. You did such a great job today.
I knew she would.
Well, it's time to wrap it up. I'm Greg McIntyre, the elder law guy. And, if you need me to help protect money and property, give me a call. That's what we do, 704-259-7040. And thank you, Milton.
Sir.
Play us out, man. Let's go.
You're welcome.
See you next Friday.
Right. And again, do join us next Friday for the Elder Law Report here on Big O Country and KTCBroadcasting.com, where you can tune in and watch on our studio camera.